on why China has postponed these key economic releases and how much of this is related to the leadership managing the message.
Probably a lot related to leadership managing the message. I mean, the rule of data is nobody hides good news. So if you're shutting down the reporting, maybe there's something wrong with the data collection, but more likely it's because it showed something that they didn't want to be released at this moment. Given the obvious economic negative impact of the zero COVID policy, where one after another major cities have been shut down almost completely, that probably was going to show up in the GDP data, and they just didn't want to have that coming out during the Congress.
How bad is bad then, Austan? Are we talking about GDP on the headline for the course of 2022 sub 3%? Are we talking about longer-term economic scarring showing up in the services sector?
It's hard to say. It'd probably be something bad because, as I say, if there was a little bit of wiggle room, you'd think they would wiggle it and just release the numbers. And nobody wants to hide good news. So I think the issue of long-term scarring, of course, would not come out in any 1 month's number. And to the extent that there's data showing that the Chinese economy is shifting to a more like a normal, let's call it advanced economy with domestic-driven service sector demand and things like that coming back, that would probably be welcome news. We'll have to see. I think by far the most dominant fact in these GDP data that were not released will be something, they will look something like what was in the Western economies at the start of the shutdowns during COVID, which is to say really big negative numbers, because it just doesn't comport. The normal economic statistics kind of do not apply in a period where nobody's allowed to go out of their house.
Hi, I'm Emily Tan, and thanks for watching CNBC. You can check out more of our videos by clicking on the boxes on the screen, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more. Thanks for watching.